Welcome to the third part of the tutorial on first chapter, which is marketing, creating customer value and engagement. In the first part of the tutorial, we have discussed about the first step under the marketing process, and in the second tutorial we have learned about the second step and third step of marketing process. And in this tutorial we are going to learn about the other two steps in the marketing process. That means now we are going to discuss about the fourth step: engage customers, build profitable relationships and create customer delight. And under this step, now we are going to discuss customer relationship management. The fourth step of marketing process is engaging customers and managing customer relationships. We can see in the first three steps we have discussed understanding the marketplace and customer needs, designing a customer value driven marketing strategy and constructing a marketing program. And in this fourth step we are going to learn engaging customers and managing profitable customer relationships. Customer relationship management is a process by which we can build and maintain a profitable customer relationships, and for that purpose we need to deliver superior customer value and we need to ensure customer satisfaction. What is customer perceived value? The customer's evaluation of the difference between all the benefits and all the cost of a marketing offer relative to the competing offers. That means, suppose there are various types of available offerings or products in the market, customer will choose that product which benefits will be higher than the cost, and that type of consideration is known as customer perceived value. A customer buys from the firm that offers the highest customer perceived value. I mean, the product which offers more benefits than the cost, that product would be purchased or accepted by the customers. But customers often do not judge values and cost accurately or objectively. Customer satisfaction depends on the product's perceived performance relative to a buyer's expectation. That means the difference between the product's perceived performance and the buyer's expectation is called the customer satisfaction. If the product's performance falls short, that means if the product's performance is lower than the buyer's expectations, in that case the customer will be dissatisfied. On the other hand, if the product's perceived performance matches the buyer's expectations, in that case the customer will be satisfied, and a satisfied customer become a loyal customer, and when the customer become loyal, the company earn expected profit, which leads to the better performance of the company. And if the product's perceived performance exceeds the buyer's expectations, the customer will be highly satisfied, that is delighted. And a delighted customer not only make repeat purchases but also become willing marketing partners and customer evangelists who spread the word about their good experiences to others. That means a delighted customers can help in marketing process by spreading the good experiences to the potential new customers. Now we are going to learn about the customer relationship levels and tools. In the previous slide, we have learned that there are three types of customers: dissatisfied, satisfied, and highly satisfied or delighted customer. The dissatisfied customer does not provide high profit, that means they provide low margin or low profit. In that case, the company should develop a basic relationships with them. But for the satisfied customer and loyal customer, the company should maintain a good, strong relationships so that they can capture higher value from them. For example, many companies offer frequency marketing programs that reward customers who buy frequently or in large amounts. As for example, we can see airlines offer frequent flyer programs, hotels give room updates to frequent guests, supermarkets give patronage discounts to very important customers. So these are the some example of strong relationships with the satisfied and loyal customer. Nowadays, almost every brand has a loyalty rewards program, and such program enhance and strengthen a customer's brand experience. Now we are going to discuss about the customer engagement and today's digital and social media. In this digital age, there are lots of tools by which a company can build a strong customer relationships, such as websites, online ads, videos, mobile ads and apps, and blogs. And in case of social media, there are some widely used media such as Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, etc. Yesterday's companies focused mostly on mass marketing to broad segments of customers at arm's length. But nowadays, companies are using online, mobile, and social media to refine their targeting and to engage customers more deeply and interactively. That means by using the social media, by using the online and mobile media, the company can engage with the customers deeply and interactively by targeting the specific customers. The old marketing involved marketing brands to consumers. The new marketing is customer engagement marketing, fostering direct and continuous customer involvement in shaping the brand conversation, brand experiences, and brand community. That means by using online and social media, companies can ensure brand conversation, brand experiences, and brand community. What is customer engagement marketing? Customer engagement marketing is a process by which the company makes the brand a meaningful part of the consumer's conversation and lives by fostering direct and continuous customer involvement in shaping brand conversations, experiences, and community. Customer engagement marketing goes beyond just selling a brand to consumers. The main target of customer engagement marketing is to make the brand a meaningful part of the consumer's conversation and lives. Since we can use the internet and social media, we can boost the customer's engagement marketing, and today's consumers are better informed, more connected, and more empowered than ever before. That's why by using the internet and social media, a company can ensure customer engagement marketing. The brand will be the part of the consumer's conversation and lives. In this digital age, the newly empowered consumers have more information about the brands, and they have a wealth of digital platforms for airing and sharing their brand experiences with others. Marketers are now embracing not only customer relationship management, but also customer managed relationships. And under the customer managed relationships, a satisfied or delighted customer will share or spread the good experiences with the other new customers, and that process is called customer managed relationships, and that is only possible by the use of online social media like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, etc. Since most of the customers are empowered with lots of information by the use of internet and social media, in that case the companies can no longer rely on marketing by intrusion. Instead, they must practice marketing by attraction. What is marketing by attraction? Marketing by attraction is a process by which you will create market offerings and messages that engage consumers rather than interrupt them. Hence, most marketers now combine their mass media marketing efforts with the rich mix of online, mobile, and social media marketing that promotes brand, consumer engagement, brand conversation, and brand advocacy among customers. Now we are going to discuss about consumer generated marketing. What is consumer generated marketing? Consumer generated marketing is a process by which brand exchange is created by the consumers themselves, both invited and uninvited, by which consumers are playing an increasing role in shaping their own brand experiences and those of other consumers. That means in this consumer generated marketing, the customers, it may be the invited customers or uninvited customers, they play a role in sharing the brand experiences. Customer engagement marketing might happen through uninvited consumer to consumer exchanges in blogs, video sharing sites, social media, and other digital forums. That means using the internet and social media, the uninvited consumer can share their experiences and can share the information of a brand, and that process would be considered as a consumer generated marketing. Now we are going to discuss about the partner relationship management. Nowadays, big companies cannot manage all the issues by itself. In that case, the marketers or the company must take help from the partner like suppliers, channel partners, others outside the company. In case of marketing channels, the company take help from the distributors, retailers, and others who connect the company to its buyers. Since there are surrounding partners who help in achieving the goals of a company, in that case, under the partner relationship management, a company work closely with the partners in other company departments and outside the company to jointly bring greater value to the customers. In the marketing process, we can see there are 5 steps. By using the first 4 steps, a company create value for the customers, and in the last step, company try to capture value from customers to create profits and customer equity. Now we are going to discuss on this step, capturing value from customers. I have already discussed that by the first 4 steps of marketing process, a company create the customer value, and in the last step, I mean the 5th step, the company capture value in return in the form of sales, market share, and profits. By creating superior customer value, the firm creates satisfied customers who stay loyal and buy more, and as a result, there would be a greater long run returns for the firm. That means whenever a company becomes successful in creating value. In that case, the company can also capture value in the form of customer loyalty and retention, share of market and share of customer, and customer equity. Now we are going to discuss about creating customer loyalty and retention. By managing a good customer relationship, a company can create customer satisfaction, and a satisfied customer become a loyal customer. In that case, the loyal customer talk favorably on behalf of the company to the new or potential buyers. But if there is a slight dissatisfaction in the mind of customer, in that case the customer can create an enormous drop in loyalty. However, keeping customers loyal makes good economic sense because loyal customers spend more and stay around longer. Research shows that it's 5 times cheaper to keep an old customer than acquire a new one. On the other hand, customer defections can be costly because losing a customer means losing more than a single sale. That means whenever you are losing a customer, you are losing the customer lifetime value. What is customer lifetime value? The value of the entire stream of purchase a customer makes over a lifetime of patronage. I mean, if the customer remain loyal, in that case, the customer will purchase lots of products in the lifetime, and the total amount of those values is called customer lifetime value. And if a company loses a customer, that means the company is not losing single sale, rather the company is losing a customer lifetime value. That's why marketing manager should focus on the loyalty of customers. Now we are going to discuss about growing share of customer. What is share of customer? The share of customer is the portion of customers' purchase that a company gets in its product categories. By maintaining a good relationship with the customers, a company can capture customer lifetime value as well as company can grow the share of customer. How is it possible? The company can grow the share of customer by offering greater variety of products or services to the current customer, or they can create programs to cross-sell or upsell to market more products and services to existing customers. By this way, a company can grow the share of customer. I mean, the portion of customers purchasing will be higher comparing to the previous amount of purchase of the same customer. Now we are going to discuss about the building customer equity. What is customer equity? Customer equity is the total combined customer lifetime values of all the company's customers. A company should not only acquire the customers, but also the company should emphasize on keeping and growing the customers, because the value of a company comes from the value of its current and future customers. Customer relationship management takes a long-term view. Companies want to not only create profitable customers, but also own them for life, earn a greater share of their purchases, and capture their customer lifetime value. And the total combined value of the customer's lifetime purchase is considered as the customer equity. Now we are going to discuss about the building the right relationships with the right customers. Here we can see a diagram showing the customer relationship groups. We can see there are 4 relationship groups according to their profitability and projected loyalty. Each group requires a different relationship management strategy. Here we can see strangers. The customer under this stranger category provide low profitability and their loyalty is short-term loyalty. And in that case, the company should adopt a strategy by not investing anything in them and make money on every purchase from those customers. On the other hand, we can see the butterflies group. In this customer relationship groups provide a high profitability, but they are loyal for short term. In that case, the company should create satisfying and profitable transaction with them. Since they are loyal for short term, the company should move on and cease investing in them until the next round. The other types of customer group is true friends. They provide high profitability as well as they stay loyal for a long term. That means true friends are both profitable and loyal. For this group, the company should make continuous relationship investment to delight these customers, as well as the company should engage, nurture, retain and grow them. And the last group is barnacles. This group has low profitability, but they are loyal for long term. For this group, the company should have policy to improve their profitability by selling them more, raising their fees or reducing service to them. And sometimes if they are not profitable, the company should fire them. So these are the 4 categories of customer relationships. Up to now, we have discussed the 5 steps in the marketing process. Now we are going to focus on the ever-changing marketplace, which affects both the customers as well as the marketers. So our next topic is changing marketplace landscape. Nowadays, we are facing a dramatic changes, and if a company can adopt with the dramatic changes, the company can obtain a competitive advantage. There are 5 major developments which are causing the dramatic changes. Those developments are digital age, changing economic environment, growth of not-for-profit marketing, rapid globalization, and the call for sustainable marketing practices. These are the factors which are changing the marketing landscape, and as a marketers, we need to adapt with this changing trend to obtain the competitive advantage. And in this changing marketing landscape, companies should consider 3 additional factors to maintain a good relationships with the customer and the partners. Those factors are: the company should harness marketing technologies in the new digital age. The company should take advantage of global opportunities, and company should ensure that they act sustainably in an environmentally and socially responsible way. If the company can ensure these 3 factors, the company can survive in the changing marketing landscape. Thank you.